Hello and welcome. You're listening to Foggy but Functional. For those new here, my name is Joy, and this week's episode is called Permission to Go Slow. This is a slower conversation. No pressure to agree. No expectation that you'll feel better by the end. Just space to listen and feel less alone. By the end of January, the noise starts to fade. The resolutions quiet down. The urgency softens. And sometimes that's when the exhaustion finally surfaces. This episode is about giving yourself permission. Not permission to quit, but permission to slow down. Because slowing down isn't giving up. It's listening. And for many of us, it's necessary. If you're listening while lying down, or while your brain feels foggy, or while your body asks for a softer pace, you're in the right place. This episode is not an instruction manual. It's not a to-do list disguised as comfort. It's a permission slip you can keep in your pocket. Notice how you are right now. Name one small physical sensation. The weight of your eyelids, the temperature of your hands, the rhythm of your breath. And say it quietly in your mind. Now take a breath that doesn't demand anything from you. In and out. If your mind wants to speed up, let it. Then bring it back gently, like guiding a small animal away from a busy road. You don't need to force calm. You only need to return to the present again and again. A tiny practice you can use now. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Notice which hand moves more with the breath. For the next minute, let your breath be the size it wants to be. No change required. Just notice. If you feel resistance to slowing down, a voice that says you should be doing more, name that voice. Give it a neutral label, like the voice of hurry. Thank it for trying to protect you. Then remind it that protection can also look like rest. You are allowed to arrive here, exactly as you are. Tired, wired, numb, tender. This space holds all of it without judgment. For the remainder of our time here, we'll move through reflection, small practices, gentle humor, and a soft landing. You don't need to do anything but be present in whatever way feels possible. If you need to close your eyes, do that. If you need to rest, please rest. Engage gentle in the tiny practices. This isn't homework. It's learning your breath, your shoulders, and your own energy. If you're worried about productivity, try this reframe. This time here is not lost time. It's time invested in your capacity to be present later. Rest is a form of maintenance, not a detour. Here's a short, guided settling. If you can, soften your shoulders, let your jaw unclench. Imagine a warm, slow light at the top of your head, moving down like honey. It doesn't rush, it simply moves. As it passes each part of your body, allow that part to relax a little more. Now, you might notice thoughts about what you should be doing, and that's normal. When they come, try this tiny little script. Not now. I'm choosing slow. Say it once, softly, and return to the breath. A few practical micro commitments if you want a small, doable action to take after this episode. Choose one of these. Send one short message to cancel or reschedule something without over-explaining. Make one cup of tea and sit with it for 5 minutes. You can hold it in your hand, close your eyes, and relax into the warmth. And please be safe, of course. Or set a timer for 10 minutes of quiet. No screens, no tasks. These are not productivity tasks. They are tiny acts of permission. If you feel guilt for slowing down, try this. Imagine your future self thanking you for this set of time set aside. Listen to the episode, and whether it's an entire hour or shorter, give yourself permission to sit and let your body breathe and your mind rest. Picture yourself calmer, steadier, and more able to enjoy small things. Let that image be a gentle motivator rather than a pressure. You don't have to do anything dramatic to honor this time. Small choices add up. Choosing one small, kind action today is enough. When you slow down, things surface. Fatigue you didn't have space to feel before. Emotions you postponed. And that fog that was held together by adrenaline. Slowing down can feel uncomfortable at first. It can feel like falling behind, like you're missing out, like the world will keep moving without you. But often, it's your body asking to be heard. Let's name a few things that commonly appear when we slow down. I'll say each one slowly and let it land. Fatigue, the kind that sits in your bones. grief, for plans, for energy, for what used to be easier. Relief, sometimes a quiet relief that you finally stopped running. And confusion, the fog that makes small choices feel heavy. None of these mean you failed. They mean you're human. If you can, bring to mind one thing that surfaced for you when you last slowed down. It can be small. Hold it gently. And where do you feel it in your body? Name the place and breathe toward it. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to analyze it. You can simply notice it. You may question why slowing down is honest. The fog doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're no longer forcing clarity. That's not failure. That's honesty. When you stop pretending you have more energy than you do, you free up the space to make kinder choices for yourself. Imagine 2 days, one where you push through and one where you slow down. On the push-through day, you may accomplish more on paper, but you pay for it later with rest debt. On the slow day, you may accomplish less, but you preserve capacity for the next day. Both are choices, both have costs. Choosing slow is choosing sustainability. There's a metaphor many people use to describe this kind of energy math. It's called spoon theory, created by Christine Miseradino. Imagine you start each day with a handful of spoons, units of energy. Some mornings you have many, some mornings you have few. Everything costs a spoon. Getting dressed, making food, answering a message, even holding a conversation. And when you run out, you run out. That's not failure. That's reality. Spoon theory gives language to the invisible accounting you do every day. Use it as a gentle map, not a rule book. Let it help you explain your limits when you want to, and let it remind you to be kinder to yourself when you don't have the spoons you hoped for. Slowing down becomes easier with small, repeatable tools. These are not productivity hacks, they are permission structures, ways to protect your energy and your peace. Tool 1, microscheduling. Instead of a to-do list, try a microschedule. Break the day into tiny blocks, 10, 20 minutes of one thing, then rest. Example, 15 minutes to check messages, 20 minutes to rest. 15 minutes to make tea. This reduces the pressure to do it all and honors the real pace of your body. Tool 2, permission script. Sometimes you need words to give yourself permission. Try this script slowly when you feel pressure. I am choosing to move slowly today because my body needs it. This is not laziness. This is care. Say it aloud or whisper it. and let it land. Tool 3. Boundary phrases for others. You don't owe explanations. And here are some short, gentle phrases you can use. I can't right now. I'll check in later. I'm resting today. Can we reschedule? I'm moving slowly. Thank you for understanding. Practice them now, softly. Tool 4. The 2-minute reset. When overwhelm spikes, try a 2-minute reset. Close your eyes, place your hand on your chest, and breathe slowly for 2 minutes. Count 4 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale, and repeat twice. This is not a cure, it's a small anchor. And tool 5, environmental nudges. Small changes in your environment can support slowness. Dim the lights, put on a soft playlist, set your phone to do not disturb, or place a sticky note that reads, move slowly, where you'll see it. These nudges reduce friction when your energy is low. There's something ironic about needing permission to rest, as if stillness must be earned. That irony is fertile ground for a small, kind laugh. And it can be hard in the moment, but afterwards, you can look back and give a little chuckle. Like one time a family member called and all of my spoons were used up just during that conversation. Or like joking that rest is now part of your job description. Or that doing nothing took all your effort today. If you can, allow yourself a small smile. Laughing doesn't fix the exhaustion, but it softens the edges. Imagine a tiny private joke that only you understand about your own limits. Hold it for a moment and let it lighten the chest. If January taught you anything, let it be this. You do not need to keep pace with a world that doesn't account for your reality. Going slow is not falling behind. It's choosing sustainability. Now we'll do a very gentle body scan. No pressure to follow every step, and move at your own pace. Now, bring attention to your feet. Notice any sensations. Move to your calves and knees. Soften them. Bring awareness to your hips and lower back, and breathe into any tightness. Soften your chest and shoulders. Let them drop a little. And relax your jaw and the space around your eyes. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Return gently to the breath. Let's give some gratitude and acknowledgement. Think of one small thing you did today that cost energy. Name it quietly and let it count. You did something that mattered, even if no one else noticed. As we close, take one breath, not to prepare or push forward, but simply to exist. You are allowed to move at the speed your body requires. January doesn't end with a finish line. It ends with permission. And thank you for listening. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell.